Hey, bro, I grew up on stuff like this, man. Yes, La, 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 la. Show me the la, 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 la. Show me the la, la, la. Show me the you've been better than I've been. You've been better than I've been.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Hello, 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 hello. How are you today? Come on here. Hello, how are you today? Good morning, Gabrielle, up and early. Angelique, always good to see you. Oh, you know what? My internet having a little bit of an issue today. Let's see if we can correct that. Yeah, let's try to correct it. Good morning to Noah. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me on. All right, all right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Janice. Good morning, Siobhan. So good to see you today. Rodney, hey, man. It's great seeing you today. Great seeing everybody today. Hey, y'all, let's get going. Let's get going. Let's get going. I want to share some stuff with you on the day, and I think this is going to be good. I started yesterday about talking about Daniel. I went started talking about Daniel chapter 3, verse 17 and 18. Somebody please put that up. Daniel chapter 3, verse 17 and 18. Please forgive me. I don't have my eyes on today, but Daniel chapter 3, verse 17. Daniel 3 and 17 today. So I started talking about that, and I'm going to read this to you. It says, if that is the case, well, let me stop. Let me go back because let me talk about how Daniel is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The king built a statue, and he says, whenever he blows the horn, that you are to bow. And if anybody who does not bow, there are consequences for not bowing. So his verse 17 says, if that is the case, when they're being get ready to be thrown into the fire, he says, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us from your hand, O king. But if not, let it be known to you, O king, that we do not serve your gods, nor will we worship the gold image which you have set up. Y'all, that is so cold blooded. Yeah, in the face of every adversity, they are still keeping their faith. Yeah, and so I titled this morning devotion is Can God Trust You? Yeah, even in the face of the furnace, they continue to keep their commitment to God. Come on here, y'all. Come here. Don't you go nowhere this morning. Even in the face of the furnace, they kept their commitment to God. A lot of times we say, God, uh, give me fireproof faith. God, I need you to give me some fireproof faith that no matter how hot it gets, yeah, that my faith would remain intact. Yeah. Because how can we really say that we've been faithful when our faith has never been tested? Let me say that again. How can you say you've really been faithful when your faith has never really been tested? That's good. That's good. Yeah, because here it is. Yeah, faith that hasn't been tested is faith that can't be trusted. Let me say that again. Faith that has not been tested is faith tested cannot be trusted. Yeah, because even in the book of James, chapter 1, it says, "Count it all joy when you come across or endure or come into all types of temptations or trials. You know the testing of your faith, yeah, produces, y'all, come on here. The testing of your faith produces perseverance and steadfastness. Yeah. And so let's have let it have its the Bible says perfect work. Let it have its, another translation says, let it have its full effect. Yeah, that you may be perfect, lacking nothing. Lacking nothing. Many times God allows us to be tested not because he's not pleased with us, yeah, but he allows us to be tested because he can trust us. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, Angelique. Faith that has not been tested cannot be trusted. Listen, in Luke chapter 4, I believe it was around Luke chapter 4, at Jesus' baptism, he says, "This is my," a voice comes out and says, "This is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased." But here it is. Immediately after that baptism, we celebrated that season, but immediately after that, next, that same spirit that said he was well pleased with Christ led him in the wilderness to be tested. Come on here. Many times, testing is not God not being pleased with you, but testing is preparation. Come on here. Whenever God tests you, he's really setting you up for more. Come on here, y'all. Y'all not talking. Yeah, yeah. Because God understands the plan that he has for you. Jeremiah, he said it. He says, "For I know the plans I have for you." Plans, watch this, not to harm you. So the testing ain't going to kill you. The testing is actually going to develop you. Oh, that's rich, y'all. Y'all got to hear that this morning. The testing is preparation for expansion. Oh, that's good. Why are you scrolling? Why are you scrolling? You don't like the testing. And so you got to hear this. You got to hear this. Yeah, he loves you too much to give you too much too fast. Y'all got to hear that. He loves you too much to give you too much too fast. Yeah, many times what you think you want or what you think you are ready for. Yeah, God is like, "No, you ain't ready for that. I know you want it, but you ain't ready for it." Yeah, because if I give this to you before you've been tested, you're going to burn up. You're going to crash and burn. Somebody ought to put in the chat, "Lord, please, yeah, please give it to me when I'm ready. I know I want it now. I know I say I can handle it now, but maybe I ain't mature enough to handle it. Maybe, oh God, maybe I'm not ready to handle what I've been asking him for." Yeah, God knows the timing. Oh, he knows the time to give it to me, the time when it's right. To everything, there is a time, come on here, Solomon, and a season. Ooh, for everything under the sun. God knows there's a timing that what you've been praying for, he's going to give it to you. There's a timing what you've been asking for, it's already yours. There's a timing that you've been believing him for it, it's already yours. But can I tell you, his time ain't always your time. Come on here, y'all. Y'all, come on here. Talk back to me today. This is so good today. Talk back to me today, y'all. Talk back to me. Yeah, yeah. And so many times, if you've ever bought anything for a child, sometimes it has a warning label on it. And the manufacturer says that this is only for a certain age group. Because if you give this toy to a child who is under that age, they could choke on it. Yeah, it says a choking hazard for anybody under the age of this item. Yeah. In other words, God is saying to you, God won't allow us to walk into certain seasons without making sure that we are mature enough to handle what we have in our hands. Everybody can't, somebody please put this up because it's too powerful not to put. Everybody can't be trusted until tested. Everybody can't be, let that sit for marinate for a moment. Everybody can't be trusted until they've been tested. God only allows some things to come into your life because he knew you could survive. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Some things were not blessings to you from via Green. Blessings to you. Everything that came into your life, it was because God knew he could trust you because you've been tested and you pass. When you have not passed a test, he don't just push you through. There's no push throughs with God. No, you're going to have to pass that. So that means every year at the same time, yeah, you have the same issue. You get lonely the same time. You go and get anybody to be your boo. That means you, and then 6 weeks later, you're back at square one. The same test is going to keep happening until you pass the test. Some stuff are repeats. You ever had a repeat in your life? You're like, I don't been through this. Why am I retaking this test? Obviously, I didn't pass. But thank God that if he brought it back up again, it must mean you might have learned something. Yeah, yeah. This season of your life, I pray you learn the test that God has been taking you through so you can pass. Because the Bible says when Jesus came out of the wilderness from being tested and tempted, he came out, and one translation says the angels ministered to him. Another one says he came out with power. Ooh, y'all got to hear that this morning. That is so rich. Yeah. When you come out, you better come out of this with power. You better come out of your situation from being tested more educated. You better come out with a greater revelation of who you are and what you're supposed to do. Can I say this? You better know your why. Oh, I gotta go, y'all. I ain't got time to dig into that. You gotta know your WHY. You gotta know your why. Because if you don't know your why, then everybody else will dictate what you should be doing. But when you know your why, yeah, that's your purpose. Knowing your purpose, can't nobody dictate to you. No, because I know my why. Hey, y'all, we're gonna come out better. How do you know that? Because the Bible says the Hebrew boys, when their faith had been tested, they came out better. Why? Because they, watch this, God was already in the midst with them. Can I tell you, in the middle of your test, it's not to kill you, because God's in the middle of the test with you. He's in there with you. You're not alone. You're not by yourself. That's so rich, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, you're not in it by yourself. God is in there with you. And the Bible says that when they opened up and they saw, he said, didn't we throw three in, but we see four? Sometimes God is doing something so that he'll get the glory because somebody else now is going to start believing. Ain't that God is just, he thinks of everything. He's because he knows the end from the beginning, which means he knows the end results of your test. But he took you through it anyway because he said you can handle it. I got to roll, y'all. I got to get up out of here. I got to get up out of here. Hey, trust God. Somebody just type in the chat. If this bless you, type trust God. All right. I got to roll up out of here. I hope this has been of a blessing to you. Yeah, I hope this has been a blessing to you. I know you got to go. I know you got to go. I do too. Tomorrow morning. Join me tonight. Tonight at 7 o'clock. Don't forget. Tonight at 7 o'clock. I think I'm gonna finish this tonight at 7 o'clock. I'll see you tonight at 7 p.m.